Let's begin with the seventh chapter from your economics book of grade 10, and the name of the chapter is the theory of supply. And first of all, we have to understand what is the meaning of the term supply. The amount of product that different farms are able and willing to offer for sale at different possible prices may be regarded as quantity supplied or supply. Suppose a farm is producing certain amount of product and keeping it with them, not giving it out for sales purpose in the market. That means that is stock. When the finished products are kept with the producer, that is a stock. And when they are giving out certain amount of the product from the stock for sales purpose, okay, that means the amount of product which is supplied by the farm or by the producer in the market for the sales purpose, that is called supply. So definition: the supply of a commodity is defined as the quantity of the commodity that the producer desire to sell to the consumer. Thus, supply is a desired flow. That is, it indicates how much farms are willing to sell per period of time and not how much they actually sell. So, what are they willing? Okay, or how much they are willing to sell and sending it out to the market per period of time. That means that it is calculated on the basis of time. Okay, not for like 5 years and 10 years. Yearly it is basically calculated, but monthly also it can be done. Factors determining the supply of commodity, that is price of the product. If the price of the product becomes high and if it is more than the marginal cost of production, then the farm can earn excess profit by selling this product at the higher price. So, the supply of that product may also rise. This means here that price of the product means where if the producer is producing or while making the product, if he is investing less and while he is selling the price is really high of that product, that means he is going to earn more profit. So his profit margin is going to increase. As profit margin will increase, the producer will always supply more of the product in the market. Price of inputs: a farm also uses different inputs like raw materials, workers, machines, etc. in the production process. Now, other things remaining the same, if price of this inputs increases, then the profitability of the farm will fall. Just now I told you that if the cost of production is less, then the profit margin is more, and then only the producer will supply more of the product in the market to gain more profit. If we find that the cost of production is getting high because he is paying more money to the laborers, more money in the raw materials, okay, if all these things, that means cost of production is increasing. If cost of production will be increasing, that means the profit margin is decreasing. As the profit margin will decrease, the producer will earn less profit, so he will supply less in the market. Next, state of the technology. If any producer is applying or using some improved technology, then he will gain more profit and he will supply more of that commodity, because we will find that in the machines or in the modern techniques, if applied over the production, we will find with the given raw materials, more products are getting produced in a cheap cost. Okay, and he is earning more profit. For that he will be supplying more. And if the technology they are using is really old and it is not working efficiently, we will find that it is having a adverse or a negative effect on the producer. Then he will not be able to produce more and he will not be able to supply more. Goal of the producing farm: it is up to the entrepreneur, or you can say the supplier or the producer, that how much risk he is able to take. If he is thinking that he wants to supply more and take a risk whether his product is going to get sold out or not, that is up to that farm. And if a owner is thinking better to be in the safe side and not to produce so much where he can incur loss, so he is trying to play safe. So he won't be producing more and he won't be supplying also more. Excuse me. Next, goal of the producing farm done, government policy. So according to the government policy also the supply varies because the sellers will be willing to buy or not willing to buy. Okay, so what is the new price? Suppose already the product was having a MRP. Upon that the government is applying GST and other kind of sales tax and the price is increasing. That is called the new price. Now it is up to the consumers that with the given price, suppose the product price was 100 rupees and with this tax and GST and VAT, income tax, everything or sales tax, whatever is there, all applied, and then the price got hiked from 100 to maybe it became 100 and maybe 50 or 60. So it is up to the buyer, up to the consumer that he is going to buy it or not. Okay, if the consumer is not liking the price they are paying for it, then they will not be buying that product anymore, and we will find that the producer is not having profit and the producer will also start producing it less and he will also supply less of that product. We will find just opposite effect if the government is giving subsidy. Suppose the price of the product is rupees 100 and government is giving subsidy, means discount, and selling the product with rupees 100. That means we'll find that this new price is liked by the people and they are earning more. People are demanding more of that product. Number of farms. If the number of farms sell the same type of products in the market increases, then at the given price the supply of that product would increase in the market. Right? Next is price expectation, means in future. If we feel that at the given price at this point of time, today the price is really high, in future the price will decrease. So we will just wait. We are speculating. We will be waiting that okay, in future as the price will decrease, we will buy this. And if we find that right now the price is offered to us is the best price and in future it will get increased, so consumers will start buying at this point of time. Individual supply curve, means this curve is trying to represent us that how much a single farm has supplied its product in the market. Okay, this curve is trying to show us how much a farm have produced and supplied in the market within a given time period. Okay, an aggregate supply means that where we are just summing up different farms together and adding it together, and then we are finding what is the supply of that product in the market. Okay, for individual supply curve, only one farm, supply of one farm, and aggregate or market supply curve is telling us about the different farms, what is the production they have done and what is the supply they have done at a given price.